hit that number 2. Greetings and welcome along to a new video here on my channel. Today I'm looking at the Rode USB Mini Condenser Mic. NT Mini. You know the mic I'm going on about. I've never really bothered with a USB mic before until now because Rode have released a new bit of software called Rode Connect. And let me tell you, this software is pretty cool. What it is actually doing is a software version of the Rodecaster Pro, which is a great mixer. It's a mixer that I once owned, and I have to be honest with you, I sold it because, quite frankly, it didn't really serve any purpose for me. And what I mean by that is I needed something that was a bit more mobile, more so aimed at filmmaking rather than a podcast setup. So I ended up going with the Zoom H6N, which is a great bit of kit. Hardly ever used it. What I didn't want to do is go and reinvest in another Rodecaster Pro. So I've purposely been looking out for a cheap one, see if a cheap one came up on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or anything like that. It didn't happen. And then the other day I saw this new software by Rode called Rode Connect, which is basically a software version of the Rodecaster Pro. Okay, so it doesn't do quite as much stuff, but it's pretty good. It's got a mixer. You can bring up to 4 mics on it. So if you're looking for a cheap podcast setup, look no further. This is the software. It's free. Obviously, you've still got to go and buy the mics, but if you put a comparison to it, you go out and you buy a Rodecaster Pro for 500 quid. You then have to spend the best part of 80 to 100 quid per mic for that mixer. Whereas this setup, you get one of these, which is a Rode NT USB Mini, or a couple of those. You might even find, I saw one the other day on Facebook Marketplace for 50 quid. I bought this one new because I've got a thing about, buying new stuff. But ultimately, if I'm looking for a second one, I will most definitely be looking at just buying one of these second-hand, or maybe 2 of them second-hand, so that, I have got that podcasting capability. So, with that said, what does it sound like? What do you think? I've currently got the compressor off, I've got noise gate on, and I've also got all the oral exciter.
Alrighty then.
The Aphex exciter, whatever the hell it is, I've got both of those settings on. So the only setting I haven't got on is compressor, because I wasn't really liking what it was doing in here. And by the way, in here is my new little home studio setup. This is my kind of voice recording area. So this is where I would come to record any narration work or anything like that. Anyway, what do you think? Let me know in your comments below. Are you going to be getting this Rode Connect software? Are you going to go for it and maybe invest in one of these mics like I did, purely and simply because of the software that's come out? Oh, and you can bring in external sources like this now. It's music playing in the background. It's great.